Class 7th. Subject: Social Science. Lesson 14. Tribes, nomad, and settled societies. During the medieval period, in many parts of Indian subcontinent, society was divided in many classes on the basis of occupation. The gap between rich and poor happened to increase. During Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire, society was divided in many classes. Tribal society. During the medieval period, many tribal societies emerged in various parts of the Indian subcontinent. These societies were not divided in classes. These tribes did not obey the social rules and customs imposed by the Brahmins. Each tribe had its own brotherhood. Agriculture was the main occupation of all tribes. But the people of most tribes liked the occupation of hunting-gathering or animal husbandry. They used to migrate from one place to another place in search of their livelihood, and were called nomad. During medieval period, some powerful tribes used to dwell in forests, on mountains, and in deserts. The people of those tribes used to quarrel with people of powerful societies. But both societies used to depend on each other to fulfill their needs. Who were the tribals? During the medieval period in Indian subcontinent, the tribals did not maintain any written records about them. They only performed their customs and social traditions, which continued from generation to generation. These customs and social traditions helps the historians to write the history of the tribal society. During the medieval period, the people of tribal society used to live in all parts of Indian subcontinent. For example, tribes, nomads, and itinerant groups included the Bhils, Gonds, Ahams, Kuay, Kolis, Kuki and Arans, etc. are more common in Manipur, Meghalaya, Madhya Pradesh, Nagaland, Dadra, and Nagar Haveli, etc. Khoka, Gakha, Langa, Arjun, Bloch, etc. Tribes lived in many parts of Punjab. These tribes were further divided into various families. Each family had its own head. For example, a tribe named Gadi Gadria used to live in western Himalaya. Kul, clan, some families or group of houses are called Kul, clan, which are descendants of the same ancestors. Similarly, Aham, Naga and many other tribes used to live in the northern eastern parts of Indian subcontinent. Till 12th century, a Chero dynasty emerged in territories of present Bihar and Jharkhand. In 1591 AD, Mughal Emperor Akbar invaded Chero dynasty and he became victorious. Later on, Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb captured the forts of Chero dynasty. Munda and Santal tribes were main amongst the tribes who lived in the territories of the present Bihar and Jharkhand. Kuay, Barad, etc. Tribes used to live in the hilly areas of Karnataka and Maharashtra. The people of Kuay tribe used to live in some parts of Gujarat. Karaga, Beta, Marwar, etc. Tribes also lived in some parts of Gujarat. In medieval period, a tribe named Bhil used to live in the western and central part of the Indian subcontinent. In the end of 6th century, many people of this tribe started the profession of farming and landlordism. Several people of the Bhil tribe had the occupation of hunter-gatherer. In the medieval period, the people of Gond tribe used to live in the present Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh. Life of the nomadic and itinerants group. In the medieval period, nomads' occupation was grazing the animals. They went far away for grazing the animals. They made both ends with animals breeding. They bought corn, clothes, utensils like goods from the farmers in exchange of butter made from milk of animals and wood, etc. During this period, nomads went from one place to another place for selling their goods by loading on the animals. How the farmers transported their corn from villages to cities for sale. In the medieval period, The people of Banjara dynasty were the famous nomadic merchants among the several dynasties of the nomadic people. For example, during the reign of Alauddin Khalji, a ruler of Delhi Sultanate, the Banjara used to transport the corn by loading on the bulls for selling in the cities. During wartime, they used to transport eatables on the bulls for the Mughal army. In the medieval period, the people of pastoral tribe tamed cows, horses, etc., and sold them. Besides this, the people of many other tribes sold mats made of willow, sacrum, munja, gunny bags, and ropes. Dancers, jugglers, and singers presented their arts in villages and cities to make their both ends meet. Social changes, new castes and classes. During medieval period, demand increased for new craftsmen due to economic and social changes in the Indian continent. As a result, new castes emerged in the society. A case studies of Ahams and the Gonds. The Aham was a tribe. They ruled the present Assam from 13th to 19th century. They belonged to a Thai Mongoloid group who migrated to Assam from China in the 13th century. The first Aham ruler was Sufaka. He ruled from 1228 to 1268 AD. He defeated the local rulers of his own region. Gradually the Ahams defeated many local dynasties, such as Kacharis, Morans, and the Nagaseet. Then they expanded their territories in the Brahmaputra Valley. Gorgon was the capital of Aham's kingdom. Why the Mughals tried to occupy the Aham region? The Ahams fought against the local powers and the rulers of the Mughals and Bengal, etc. The Mughals made efforts to conquer Assam, but they could not succeed. At last Aurangzeb conquered Gorgon, the capital of Ahams, but he could not keep it under Mughal rule. The Ahams, however, ruled as vassals of the Mughals. At the end of the 18th century, the Ahams' rule began to decline. About 1818 AD, the Burmese invaded Assam. They forced the Aham king to leave the Assam. In 1826 AD, the British intervened in Assam. They defeat the Burmese and signed the Treaty of Yantabu with Burma in 1826. Therefore, the Assam came under the domination of the British. The Gonds, they are the tribes in central India. They live in the states of western Orissa, eastern Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, etc. This area came to be known as Gondwana because of the concentration of the Gonds in this area in large number. Gondwana was a prosperous kingdom from the 15th to 18th century from which various states emerged. One of the famous Gond ruler was Rani Durgawati. Her kingdom was one of the 5 independent Gond states. Jabalpur was her capital. The Mughals offered her to become their vassal. But Rani Durgawati refused to bow before Akbar. Therefore, a fierce battle took place between Rani Durgawati and the Mughals. Rani Durgawati was killed by the Mughals in this battle. The basic needs of Gonds are limited. Their dwellings are very simple structure. Why did the Mughals wanted to occupy the Gondwana? According to an estimate, Gonds' literacy level is still very low than other people of that state. With passage of time, the Gonds have begun to mix with non-tribals.